How you doing, y'all? Everybody good? Doing good, for sure. First, I would just like to, thank God, give him all the glory, all the time. Without him, definitely wouldn't be here. Not a lot of things would be possible without him. So, just want to give him the glory and the praise and all that. Then I want to thank my parents and my sister. Just being a backbone. Being there for me. When times definitely get hard. Not everything's gonna be going smooth. So, when adversity hits, I can lean on them for anything, any advice. So I just want to thank them for sure. Then obviously I want to thank, Coach Riley, Coach Simmons, Coach Savage, and Coach Ewart, just putting me in the positions to, succeed and be great. I'm definitely without them, couldn't be making the plays and the opportunities. So definitely want to give them the thanks and never want to skip past that. Then I want to just thank, my brothers. Definitely a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears that go into it, and just on game day. So, just thank them for making it smooth. It's not just me on the team or on the field. So, my brothers make it smooth and making a good 3 years here. So, appreciate them, all the time. It's been a dream to play for USC. Growing up out here. So, just blessed and thankful, to play for USC and for these 3 years. So definitely grateful. Always grateful for, being named, 2025 Biletnikoff and the first team All-American. It's a blessing. Words can't explain, how proud, the guys around me, just to make things possible, because I definitely couldn't have done it, just by myself. So blessed for that. And that being said, I'll take any questions from y'all.
How has staying at the same school for your whole college career helped you get to this point?
Helped a lot. I think it just taught me a lot of hard work, perseverance, just staying down, really trusting in myself and my ability, putting my full, trust in the coaches that I, started a journey with. And, that trust and that bond that we've created, was never weak. It only got stronger for me being here for those 3 years.
How is, obviously every week is a new challenge. How has that helped you, and how have you seen your maturation and elevation on the field as far as getting to the point where you are right now?
Yeah, for sure. I think just, a lot of, mental toughness, just going in, each week, just trying to be the best version of myself, just not just only player, but, the person, outside the field. So I think the people around me, made it a lot easier than, other some places. So I just did give thanks to that.
You talked about earlier, too, about making sure that homegrown kids have an opportunity and should come to USC and play. How do you feel like your presence has helped that, and what do you feel like you need to do future-wise to ensure that moving forward?
Yeah, I feel like the proof is in the pudding, Stay down here. You got the best, coaches and everybody that wants the best for you. There's so many greats and things that, a lot of guys done, back in the day. So, for me to, be here and show the guys that, it's still going on. And we're taking those big steps, to get back to, where things were at. So I feel like it's just proof in the pudding and just keep, just keep doing it.
Kind of going into this draft process, what do you feel like are your strengths as a receiver that any NFL team that would be drafting you would be getting?
You can say, physical attributes, stuff like that. But I feel like, just like, mentally, approaching the game with a professional mindset, like I'm already, in the pros, just really understanding the game as a mental aspect for sure. I feel like that's a one big thing that I can, separate myself from, other players that, just run routes good, catch the ball. So I feel like mental aspect, approaching the game with a professional mindset for sure.
Have you decided where you'll be doing your training, or you might be working with the combine or pro days?
Yeah, I'm be out in Fort Lauderdale for sure.
First person you called to tell them you wanted to let them come?
My parents. Yeah, my parents. Definitely had to tell them, make sure they were the first person to know, from me and not hear from, anybody else. So like I owe that to them for sure.
You have support from guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown and others that are already in the league. Have you been able to reach out to them or get any type of advice to what to expect as you prepare getting to the next level?
Yeah, I talked to, a couple guys, obviously, Amon-Ra, other guys that have been in the league that already done it, like Marquise Lee, really just telling me, just be me. That's the main thing. Don't try to, try to be somebody else or try to do too much. Just keep doing what you're doing. And, like I said, it's a professional, so, the mistakes, there's a lot of things that, come with that. So just making sure I'm on my, on my 10 and make sure I'm just myself.
Has Keith been around pretty often? I know he's been back on campus to get his degree, so how much time have you spent with him?
Yeah, for sure. I've seen him a couple times. He be in the, the academic room because, he's still getting his, finishing out his degree. So, yeah, I've seen him a couple times, just chilling, really just chop it up, just talk about life, nothing too crazy.
Guy, what do you feel like Coach Riley maybe helped you gain as a receiver the most?
The most, man, that's a tough one. He helped me in so many areas, for real, like especially like off the field too. Just making sure that I'm just growing up and just realizing the stakes that I'm at. Just never take anything for granted, and really just every time I'm on the field, just try to make the best out of it, and him just keep, preaching that to me, and really just understanding, where I'm at. I feel like I just took it in an uphill way.
So it's very often praised your mental consistency, and especially in practice. How much would you attribute what we saw, the success on Saturdays, to practice and how serious you took it?
Yeah, definitely. It starts in practice, all the hard work that you put in. So I feel like the things that you do on Saturday is only testimony to, how much work you put in and how well you do, in the practice. So, just him keep preaching that to me. I just took it very serious. Don't take it lightly, and just try to capitalize off every opportunity that presented to me. So either if it was in the game or practice or, in the film room, just trying to take advantage of everything.
You winning the Biletnikoff Award, obviously between you and Jeremiah Smith, two of the best, at that position. What does that mean to be having two of the best in this conference? And for you, as far as just having that competition and to showcase moving forward?
Yeah, for sure. Jeremiah Smith is a great receiver. It just shows you, what the Big Ten is about, for sure. You're going to get going against, top talent, every week. So I feel like that's the best position that you want to be in, just showcase your talent, to beat the best. You got to go against the best. So I feel like it just shows you the type of talent that we got.
Coming off the season, you did announce preparing for the NFL draft. You're basically going to a new chapter of your life. How much do your goals change at all? Or I know the mindset will stay the same with you, but do your goals change? How much?
Yeah, I definitely, set, very high standards for myself. The goals got to be at the top. I feel like when I set, the bar high, set the goals high, can only, take me in a positive direction. So, just having the same mindset, like you said, just to go out there, just to dominate, no matter where I'm at, and just be myself. It means a lot. It's a true blessing. Definitely something that, a lot of guys will want, so definitely don't take it for granted. I'm truly blessed, to receive any of the accolades that I got.
I know you've been wanting to go to the NFL for a long time. When did it kind of hit you that this was actually really going to happen? Like you were declaring for the draft, that your dream was kind of right there.
Yeah, I feel like it took a minute, for everything to sink in. Just doing things, on the daily, just being where my feet are at, not really just thinking of ahead. But I feel like it really hit me when I feel like I really released it to the public. Everybody knows now. Everybody letting me know congratulations. So definitely it's a good feeling, for sure.
Jacoby's also continuing into a professional career. What does it mean to be doing it at the same time as a teammate like him?
It means a lot. You know, we build like such a great, you know, brotherhood and bond, you know, throughout all these years. So, you know, to really, you know, follow through, you know, with our dreams and the things that we talked about, you know, what nobody knows or sees. So it's definitely a great feeling to know that you're doing it with my brother, and it's just a true blessing for sure.
Where do you feel you've grown the most from your time starting here to now, like off the field, just as a person?
I feel as a person, you know, just knowing, you know, the resources and the guys around me and the impact that I have, you know, on certain people. So, you know, just realizing that that I can be, you know, a resource, you know, to, you know, help the younger guys, and knowing that they look up to me, you know, in certain ways, you know, on the field and off the field. So, you know, just trying to be the best example and the best person that I can be, you know, to lead off on the younger guys. So to make sure that they going in the right direction or know which direction to go in.
I'm sure your phone was blowing up after you went to Biletnikoff. Anybody unexpected reach out to you or anything like that?
Nah, not really. I think it was just cool to, you know, to see, you know, like Amaral and the guys that are already, you know, in the league, you know, give thanks to me. So they don't got to do that. So I feel like it's definitely cool to hear that from those guys.
One more from Zach.
When you first got to USC, Coach Riley was trying to build a championship culture. How do you feel like you contributed to that as a team?
Yeah, you know, I feel like I did, you know, leave a lot on the field for sure. But it's cool, you know, to see how much I've done and the true impact that I had on the team. And I feel like definitely leading in the right direction. And I feel like, you know, these past coming up these years, you know, they definitely got the tools and the things that were missing last year, you know, to really, you know, go all the way through with their plans. And definitely excited to see, you know, what this team has in store for the next years coming.
Thank you, Makai.
Thank you, everybody. For sure.